on the front burner and have a conversation about it. Open up the phone line for you to join in on the conversation. All right. We will be opening up the phone line very soon, and also you can send text messages or WhatsApp messages, however it is that you want to share your thoughts. But before then, I'll introduce the conversation for this morning. My name is Mobola Sandra. Fuhad Saheed will also be joining in on the conversation in the studio any moment from now. All right, so the focal point this morning, of course, is the major trending story across all the papers this morning, which is the conduct of the governorship and State House of Assembly elections. Yesterday was quite the day before, that's on Saturday. Saturday was quite an interesting run. It was an interesting 3 weeks wait or 2 weeks wait for the governorship and State House of Assembly elections. The presidential presidential and National Assembly election held on February 25. Yes, this year. And then the next election was supposed to hold March 11, which was roughly about 2 weeks after. But then it was postponed due to, the fact that INEC needed more time to be able to reconfigure the BVAS machines for use for the governorship polls. So there was an extra 1 week. So thereabouts, we have about 3 weeks between the presidential and the governorship elections. A lot of people are of the opinion that, the results of the presidential, the upsets that happened at the presidential election was a major determining factor for the gubernatorials. Aside from the fact that the extra 1 week gave the governors more time to go on an aggressive campaign, it also gave the electorates more time to rethink their decisions across board. And we're wondering, do you think that maybe we should start having elections on the same day? Now, aside from that, we also had the fact that on Saturday in itself, there were issues of serious pockets of violence in different parts of the country. People died. People died. People were injured. It was, in fact, one of our staff almost lost his phone due to the fracas. The same incident where the Arise TV journalist got attacked, our staff were also there. But, thankfully, Fuhad is the son of the soil, and he was able to get us out of there. But the truth is the fact that violence erupted in different parts of Lagos, not just Lagos, in different parts of the country. At the last election, a lot of people blamed INEC for a lot of things, the major one of which they resumed late. The second is the fact that they brought incomplete materials. Another one is the fact that some materials did not have the logos of some parties in it. So it was almost as if INEC was not prepared at all for the presidential elections. But at the gubernatorial, you have INEC staff resuming as early as 7:47, 7:50, 8 a.m., 8:30. So elections started as early as possible. As a matter of fact, by 1 p.m. at some polling units, election was done and dusted. However, in different parts of the state, even our correspondents report, if you go through our social media pages, you would see all of the evidences there. The fact that, there were pockets of violence, and there was voter intimidation, and there was voter suppression, and there was vote buying, and there was also voter apathy. All right, the security situation was really alarming. It was a poor turnout as regards the security of the elections. And now we're asking, how do we reduce the incidence of violence in our elections? How do we reduce the incidence of violence in our elections? There was peace accord signings, at the presidential. There were peace accord signings at the state level. So what exactly are we signing? Yes, it is not constitutional. They are not bound by law. But maybe we should start taking these things more seriously. Should we start making it a part of the electoral law, a part of the Electoral Act, that if any party is caught, if any party supporter, is caught in any form of, intimidation or violence or whatnot, it will be a direct impact on the party and its candidate in that particular location. So we start thinking about things like that. And then what are your own observations on the conduct of the election, and how would you rate INEC, the security operatives, and the electorate? What is, if you were to score them over 10, how would you rate INEC? How would you rate the security operatives? And how would you rate the electorate? Because across the board, all of the candidates complained of low voter turnout. What happened? What changed between the presidential election and the National Assembly election? What changed? What gave about the fact that people did not come out? What can we attribute all of it to voter intimidation, or people were just no longer interested in the process? What do you think accounted for the major shift in the results from the last election? States where PDP won, the presidential, there was a shift. States where APC won the presidential, there's been a shift. And then you have the fact that we may be expecting a Labour Party governor in Abia State. So with all of this, what do you think accounted for the major shifts in the results from the last elections? So these are the conversations that we're having as regards the conduct of the governorship and state assembly elections across board. My name is Mobola Sandra. Fuhad, I already asked you on Saturday, a lot of all of these questions. You already gave your thoughts.
I think I've made my opinion again on this morning. So
exactly.
Yes.
And you were also at the front line. You were at Okota. You know what? I'll tell you this off camera. All right, but you are at Okota, where the violence was, at almost at the heat. You're also at Ikponri, where yes, in Surulere, where the violence was also at a high. Some parts of Oshodi also, you also saw that. Nuruddin covered, Lagos East. And he saw also different Ebeju and all of that. So, with all of this happening in these places, you have been able to give your own observation. But then let us hear from the people. We've held them back enough. They were not able to speak on Friday, on Saturday, on Sunday. But then I know that emotions are running really high. But I would beg you that you please try to keep your language clean and let's have constructive conversation. Okay? Very, very important. I understand the emotions are running high. I understand we're all, a lot of people have, some thoughts as regards the conduct of the elections. That's why we're asking. But then keep it clean and stay within 2 minutes. I would appreciate that. Just 2 minutes, please. 091 36 000 410. That is for phone calls. Hello.
I happen to be your first caller this morning.
Yes, you do. Good morning, Mr. Peter. Good morning, Mr. Peter. I was hoping.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Fuhad. Good morning.
Good morning.
I was hoping that you were going to call this morning. I heard, something happened at Bajulai on Saturday.
Good. Sandra. In fact, I just want to ask some questions this morning. I may not make contribution.
Okay.
Because Bajulai, I traced from Bajulai to Pangu, where I usually have my polling unit. Around Shodimu Street, Sandra, some people were shouting out on the street. And they were shouting, "Over the order, go jade. I wanted to bring out my phone. I said, no, they will beat me up, they will smash my phone. Because some people used to say I don't look like people from that side. Number one. Number two, I got to church yesterday. And one of my friends told me, they came to his house and said, Oga, it's because we respect you. Don't come out. So if you come out, now, I want to ask a question. When there was a xenophobic attack in South Africa against Nigerians, what did our Nigerian government do? They sent envoys to go there and discuss and quell the matter. Is the federal government going to send envoys to Lagos State? Because why I mentioned Lagos and me in Lagos, Sandra, I did not hear this kind of a thing in Oyo State. Igbos are living in Oyo, they are living in Ondo, they are living in Osun, they are living in Ekiti. What happened in Lagos did not happen in those places. Is it that because Lagos is on top of water, and then the stuff in Lagos are influenced by the water spirit, that they did all these things they were doing? I want to ask, was there election in Lagos, or was it just a thuggery that has become a religion in Lagos, that they were just performing their religious activities, and then they use that to select their leaders? Was there election in Lagos? So I'm just wanting also. See, and after I find out for me, how many people actually voted in Lagos on Saturday compared to Kano? Lagos has more people than Kano. And the way you were talking about Kano is like that, almost 2 million people have come out in Kano. How many came out in Lagos and voted for someone that was leading with about 400,000, not even 2 million? I want to know how many people voted in Lagos.
All right,
Let me do that for you tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I don't think I even have to wait until tomorrow to get that information. It's something that we can get readily. The APC had 762,134 votes. 762,134. So add that to what the Labour Party had. The Labour Party had 312,329 votes. 312,329, while the PDP came in a very, very distant third with 62,449.
It's over 1 million votes, maybe 1.2, 1.3 at the end of the day. If you add all their votes, the votes of the other parties.
Okay, yeah, that's true. The other parties. I mean, the ADC also had a good showing at the the elections. All right, very good. Thank you very much. So I think that's a little over 1.2
million votes.
Yeah, 1.2 million thereabout. That's what we had in Lagos, whereas just two parties had 2 million votes in Kano State. Well, that's another thing that we need to talk about another day. The very impossible margin between the winning party and then the second party. 0913-6000-410. That's the phone number. That's the number to call. 0913-6000-410. For text messages and WhatsApp messages is 0913-6000-430. 0913-6000-430. We are discussing conduct of the elections. Hello, good morning. Oh, we lost our call. All right, please do well to call back. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sandra.
Your name, please.
My name is Brother Promise from Okota.
Oh, Bernard. Please go ahead.
Promise, not the name.
Promise. Okay. Well. All right, Promise.
We don't really like what the government did to us in this election. We don't really like it. We are citizens. How long are we going to get it right? Look at other countries like Ghana. Yeah? I've been in Ghana, I've been different kind of countries. I see the way their citizens are enjoying their government. When they finish with the city, they get to continue work, they get company work, they get anything work they want to do. If they don't want to go to university. But we, government, have to pay Ajibola for Ajibola to be attacking us. We don't need to keep quiet in this country because very soon it will affect you sitting here and me sitting here. Eh? It should help us. People are dying every day. You don't like the way that citizens are dying. Eh? And they went to school. Please, people should help us to tell them, please. They are graduates. They should help citizens. People are dying every day, daily. Look at what happened in Okota. They will people anyhow. Bringing our gun, bringing our machete, bringing a different kind of sharp object. We have to run for our dear life. Please.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you, Promise. All right. Thank you very much. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Sandra. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's okay. I'm not well and okay this morning. My heart is bleeding. I'm a Yoruba man. What happened on Saturday in Lagos State? I just want to appreciate all of that side that fell into this victory. I just want to appreciate them by coming down. If not because of God's grace in Lagos State, is war. Those people think twice that you will not allow people to destroy Lagos. Or else it will not be like this where you will sit in your station today. And my heart is bleeding for our children that is going to serve in other states. So we need to think twice now of what happened on Saturday. In my area, come and see how they are. My sister Yoruba, she was denied two of them until we took all our family to go and attack those guys that they are Yorubas now before they can allow them to vote. Because we in our family we like Igbo somehow. and we are Yorubas. We are from this Lagos state. I will take you to my family's house in front of each other there. It's Aleko. Is that how we are going to run this state? This is a big shame. Big shame. It's a big disgrace to all Lagosians. Do the government very well, people will not lament, people will not complain. Run this government very well, people will not complain. But when it comes to do or die, you are running the government anyhow. People will not they will not happy with you.
All right, Engineer Femi Onosoya, I completely understand. I understand, the emotions, but let's calm down. It's okay. Thank you. All right. Well, it's we expected this, we anticipated this, so yes, we
reported it.
We reported it as well. So
and we're almost victims too,
Yes, exactly. So just let's all try to be as calm as possible. We understand, but there's this conversation though. How do people look Igbo and how do people look Yoruba?
Well, it's just overzealous supporters and party agents. We saw that on Saturday. Basically, it was just about profiling people.
Exactly.
I think we should be careful to even limit it to whether it's Igbo or not. It was just about them trying to profile you and seeing whether
if you are voting for a particular party. Thank you.
So they didn't really just go after a particular ethnic group. It was just about profiling you to see whether you are that that orientation of trying to vote for the other party, and that was what they were basically doing.
Thank you very much, Fuhad Saheed. All right, because a lot of people have been upset in recent times due to the fact that we have almost 250 tribes and ethnicity in this country, and they feel that that people just overlook them, forgetting that I'm not Igbo. What if I'm Tiv? What if I'm Ijo? What if I'm Urobo or an Isha or exactly, or an Edo, a Benin person, Idoma, this is epic. That's true. It's a good thing to go to school. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sandra. Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, sir.
My name is Adi. I'm calling from Songo, as usual. I give word.
Good morning, sir.
And I say congratulations to all of us for a successful election. And I quite understand the emotion of users in any contest. So I just pray that they should just take heart and wait for the next 4 years. And the issue of whether election was good or not, I want to beg you not to join the side to paint us in Lagos as bad people. This is the impression some people are trying to create. Even some of those people who are Lagosians, because they say Lagos for Lagos, and the last caller, his father had house in Saleko. They are the people that have fed the outsiders to come and try to destroy our Lagos. Lagos is the pride of all nations in Nigeria, regardless where they go. So, and indeed for Yoruba people. So please, I want you not to join the pride of people that are showing their emotion to destroy. And we have been saying in the last before the election, the election in Lagos is among the best when it goes from state to state in the fact that we are still not concluding in Delta, aside from an other state, we are killing. How many people are killed in Lagos state? The people are calling
okay, Chief Akwaguadia, thank you very much. I was gonna allow you to finish the conversation, but then I don't honestly. I don't think there was any part or anywhere. I will come to you for definitely. I don't think there was any part or anywhere where we, try to put Lagosians in bad light. We are talking to the security operatives that they could have done more. They could have done better. That's why we're having this conversation this morning. We're asking people, what do you think? How would you rate the security operatives? How would you rate INEC? And then,
the electorate.
How would you rate the electorate? Don't forget that these supposed thugs are part of the electorate. So how would you rate the electorate? So that's the conversation this morning. It is not about bashing Lagosians. I'm a Yoruba girl. I'm from Ogun State. I'm of Awori in Ogun State. All right. I'm of Yewa extraction. We are not here in any way. Fuhad Saheed is a full-blooded Lagosian. All right. So we are not in any way trying to bash Lagosians or putting Lagos in bad light. Is the reality. We covered the elections. We saw all of these things, and
we did live reports of
we
the
did
violence
live reports
in
of
different
it.
parts
So
of Lagos,
we're talking about it. I don't see anything wrong in the conversation. Fuhad.
Well, I actually wanted to tell Chief that again, like you just mentioned, I'm a Lagosian, and I think the beauty of Lagos is our diversity. The fact that different ethnic groups can come into Lagos and thrive. Lagos is what it is today because of that diversity. The economic, the economy of Lagos as it is today is because of the involvement of different ethnic groups and all of that doing business in Lagos, expanding the wealth of Lagos and also benefiting from it. Again, we've had conversations about respecting the heritage of Lagos. That's a different conversation. But we're talking about the conduct of the election.
Of the elections.
We reported it. The violence was unfortunate. It was widespread. The voter intimidation is not something we can hide. Look, there was a live report where people were beating guys because they thought they were going to vote for a different political party. And I just mentioned it. It's not just even about the Igbos now. It was just about profiling voters who they thought were going to be voting for any other party except theirs. Again, and it's not something we should be witnessing in the 21st century. And if we did want to make any progress with our democratic experiment.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, 0913-6000-410. That is for phone calls. 0913-6000-430. That's for text messages and WhatsApp messages. Let's reiterate the conversation for this morning, which is the conduct of the elections. What is your own review of the conduct of the election? How would you rate INEC? How would you rate the security operatives? How would you rate the electorate? Over 10. And also, what are your thoughts as regards, the distance between the presidential and the gubernatorial elections? Do you think they should bridge that gap? 2 weeks is too long, or do you think that it's fine for us to carry on this way, or do you think we should have both elections same week or even on the same day? All right, that's what we're having. That's the conversation that we're having, because we noticed a lot of shift. States where APC won in the presidential, another state is winning it now. States where the PDP won in the presidential, another state is winning it now. Even in Lagos State, the local governments where the Labour Party shined at the presidential, it was a total difference. It was a huge difference. The margin between the APC and the Labour Party is over 400,000.
The last time I was about 11,000.
So that's what we are. That's the conversation. Let's stay focused, all right? We'll appreciate it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Auntie Sandra.
Good morning, ma'am.
I'm Divine from Satellite.
All right.
INEC, most of the time we blame INEC. Is INEC the thugs? INEC cannot separate themselves. One thing is that this our country that we are, especially Lagos State, they have made it a one-man show, a one-party show. They have made it as if there's no other party that can be able to take up Lagos except them. And their characteristic is not as if people will love them. Because if you have visitors in your place and they come to your place, we have to live like one blood. If other people did not come into Lagos, do they have money to repair Lagos? And from the oil city, it's part of our money that developed this Lagos. We are supposed to be one love. When we have a military regime, one governor finished ruling, another one came in. There was no bloodshed. A lot of things happened, even in my area. If not for the Navy, the boys from Abulado, from Lion Junction, Oluti, all those places. Why must we riot before anything? Why must you force to be on a seat in this Nigeria? Is it not high time? This our civil rule did not favor us. For me, I'm praying for military to come and take over.
Thank you, Mrs. Divine.
Because again,
it's all right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mrs. Divine. We appreciate your call.
Not anything military takeover.
We appreciate democracy. It's just we need to get things right. And there's something Fuhad and Okwemi would always retreat into my ears is the fact that yes, we are 20-something years in democracy, but then there's still a lot for us to learn. We can't get it. There are so many countries, the US even till tomorrow. I mean,
The biggest democracy. The
Donald
most
Trump questioned the result. So I mean, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect system anywhere, but we can get things right.
And
all right.
Not even try to think of a military takeover. It's out of the conversation.
I was not there, but I heard the story, and I don't think I want to witness that
at all. Yeah.
So let's.
For
move
those
on.
that witnessed it.
Yes, exactly. I
I
don't think we want to witness that. Let's take some let's take some messages at this point now, because the calls are all right. So let's take some messages. Thank you very much for staying with us. 0913 6000 430. That's for text messages and WhatsApp messages. All right. So we have here Lagos residents voted against a lot of vices by every oppressed common people, irrespective of tribe or religion, and election manipulators. Senior Michael from Ikeja. I agree. We also have Ajibola Christopher from Shogunle saying, now that the elections have come and gone, with most powerful having been selected in most cases, it's not left for the court to do the needful, or else there will be serious problem that may verge on to your tents, O Israel. Nigeria is... No. Remember that I told you that the police will not be of much help in the election? An average police officer, knowing that his or her future is bleak after retirement, would compromise any situation for personal reasons. I know what I said. I salute your intelligence, hard work, and power of observation. Have a nice day. Thank you very much, Ajibola Christopher from Shogunle. Appreciate. All right. We also have here Good Morning Radio. I'm not surprised with the turnout of voters, judging how the presidential election was done and the intimidation and everything. Everybody will be like, it's the same Nollywood movie we are used to. As regards INEC, they had 4 years to plan and do their homework. In the first place, this process of election doesn't befit us as a country, if not for some hidden agenda. Overall, I'll score all the parameters below average. That's because other parties were allowed to come to the limelight. Andrew from Yaba, thank you very much. Okay, we also have good morning. Please, I need your help. God bless you. We also have good morning, Sandra, and you have a new title. So Tumba. Fuhad.
Okay.
This is Shinayomi Piccolo from Ojota. The first time in our democracy since 1999 that we saw most of these old and long-serving politicians retired in their large numbers. An improvement in our electoral process. If you sweat and work hard before winning any government seat, you definitely make sure you deliver for the people. What we witnessed in Oyo State in this election will go down as the most peaceful and people choice election in Oyo history.
And keenly contested too, but very peaceful.
Exactly. Governor Seyi Makinde shows that when you deliver good governance for the people, you don't have to resort to violence, rigging, disenfranchisement of voters, intimidations to get re-elected. Thank you, Gominowa, for organizing a perfect, peaceful and credible election. Omitutu promised that the election will be peaceful, and indeed just that. God bless Mainland FM. God bless Nigeria. Thank you, Shino Ayomi Piccolo from Ojota. I'm guessing it's from Oyo State. It's okay. We also have Samson from Iyanokwaja. Good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. Welcome to a rising dawn in the country rather than improvement. 300 billion has just gone down the drain. 305. 305. Please, let's be specific. Please, that 5 billion is very important. 305 billion have gone down the drain because to applaud INEC in any light is just extending the uncomfortable days of the country, because they are capable of every charade of the politician but masking innocence. The police scripts in the election is not unexpected, because you don't expect an organization to help put in place a sane society that will work against their activities. Finally, hope we have seen the kind of leadership styles we should be expecting from the February 25 with Lagos State poll antecedent, where a government licensed tout said government licensed made a threat pronouncement, and it came to pass in a self-acclaimed mega city. I think he later came out to debunk that though. Say he was talking to his friend. It's okay.
Imagine
anybody that believes that, God bless you. Sandra, I have chosen not to even comment again. You can see I didn't greet you and Fuhad. Pardon my manners.
It's okay.
It's just that I'm discouraged and I've lost faith in any good electoral process going forward. What happened last Saturday in Lagos shouldn't be called an election. It has nothing to do with my candidate or my party at all. Just Mr. Fuhad, how come there wasn't any police officer in most polling units in Oshodi? I made sure I reported to some media houses. I was dragged out and pushed out. To INEC, I rate them 6, while the security, 2 over 10. James Ogbonna from Oshodi. Thank you very much, James. Also, good morning, MAINLAND crew. Sponsored, started, it's okay. Ola Sheni from Surulere. It's all right. Thank you very much for your message. We appreciate. Thank you. That's Ola Sheni from Surulere. Also, we have this one, Tunde Jesuloba from Surulere, also having some ethnic discolorations in his message. So we won't be taking that. Thank you very much. Good morning, Akintoye from Okoba. I rate the Lagos election 0. The issue of ethnic violence playing out in Lagos was instigated by a party and encouraged by the governor. Okay, plenty things. All right, it's a long thing, but it's a shame. That's what he ended it with. He said we are doing eye service and we are being hypocritical for government not seeing the truth to power. That's the journalists now. It's okay.
How else are we supposed to say it?
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate Akintoye from Okoba.
All right.
In everything you have said, we appreciate you. Good morning, Sandra. INEC fall woefully. I rate them 0.
Oh, really?
It's all right. Thank you very much. He didn't put his name or location. But then let's go back to phone calls. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Comrade Ogbanago Mohammed Ibrahim calling.
All right, comrade.
I am forced to log into my app this morning, Radio Garden from Abuja.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Mr. Fuhad and my sister. God bless you.
Good morning, comrade.
Yes. Look, I think for me, I don't think we should rub the whole failure in some of the states on the INEC in totality. Mr. Fuhad, do you know a 25-year-old boy, let me use the word boy, just ended the reign of a speaker in Yobe State.
Even Kwara.
He defeated the Yobe State speaker, a 25-year-old boy. You know that guy? The guy who posted something online sometimes ago that the speaker arrested him, you know?
Yes. And he just read it. Yes,
he went to PDP, got a ticket, and defeated the speaker. Come to Abuja here where I am now.
A lady in Kwara too. I think she's 26 years old.
Kwara defeated Senator, this guy that had been a senator since 1999. He was in the House of Reps and to Senate since 1999. Go to many states where governors lost their senatorial seats to go to the Senate. Go to other states where governors try to impose their stood on the people. They lost it. So I don't think we should drop everything on INEC. And in Lagos State, my brother, I will congratulate Babajide Sanwo-Olu. He has worked, he has done his best, and I think as we should congratulate him because he has done his best, and that is what I have to say. Good morning.
All right, good morning, comrade.
Good morning. Thank you very much, comrade. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sandra.
Yes.
This is Timothy calling you from Ojo. Are you with me?
Yes, well, we are with you.
That's why good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Timothy.
You know, the problem we have that, according to what people have been saying, when we seek the truth, we like to cover the truth. And there's no way we can turn the truth to another thing. Truth remains the truth. We are trying to look the larger picture of everything. Forget achievements that some people have made in some areas. The larger picture of the society. How do you think investors will put their money in this kind of environment when things are not done properly? Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Because this election is just between INEC and the security agencies. People do not vote. I wonder the other day, Fuhad was saying that this election is the most credible one, this 2023. We can see how hypocritical we are sometimes. To say the truth, when we say the truth, we try to corner the truth. There's no way we can corner the truth. One of my friends stay in the hospital as I speak right now. I'm living in Ojo, The open field where we voted, they came with their toes, flogged almost everybody. About 8 policemen were there with their rifle. They were just looking. People had to run for their lives. Are you with me? They destroyed every ballot thing, everything concerning the election, and no one was arrested. You can see at the end of the day, you see that a government is elected. How do you govern your people like this? You can see what we are about to have in the federal. See, Nigeria, all of us, we will suffer for this.
Again.
All right.
Thank
you, Mr. Timothy, from Ojo. We appreciate. It's fine. It's okay. But then it's interesting. Just as you have expressed your own opinion, you are calling someone else out for expressing his own opinion. I find out a little bit of double standards. But then
I just wanted to respond to the issue of basically that.
It's okay.
We can condemn INEC and say all we're saying, but I'm saying that February 25 and what INEC did March 18, the violence is not from INEC. Most of the polling units, the agents were there ready to conduct the elections. It was already ongoing. The issue of the security failure that we had on March 18 is to go to the executive, and I said it this morning. We need to call out the president because he was supposed to coordinate that. So basically, in terms of conducting the election, Sandra, the bogus numbers, the failures that we always see, ballot stuffing and all, they didn't happen this time. And whether anybody likes it or not, there are a lot of positives to take away from this election. But again, we need to address the concerns of violence that marred the election March 18. We didn't see this level of violence February 25, Sandra. And that was why we talked about, can we also organize the election on the same day? We are bringing solutions. It's easy to complain, and continue to complain without providing solution.
Thank you. It's all right. Well, let's carry on with the conversation. This is Mainland 98.3 FM. Don't forget that we are live on Facebook and YouTube, so you can as well drop your comments there, just in case you're unable to reach us via, the phone line. Thank you. 0913 6000 410. That's for phone calls. 0913 6000 430 is for text messages and WhatsApp. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Carol.
Hey, Carol.
Hello, kò ń ṣe ìbò láti. Tó máa máa lé ìgbà
Kí lorúkọ yín náà? What's your name first? Kí lorúkọ yín? Then níbo lẹ ti ń pè first. All right. It's all right. Thank you very much, Eshegon, for calling. The fact that she even called, she was interested in the conversation. But then, if you want to call in any language that you want to call, it's fine. We have people here that will understand all the language that you want to speak. However, introduce yourself so we can attribute your call to someone. That's one. Then two, the noise around the call also, we couldn't hear clearly what she was trying to say. So at the end of the day, it wasn't just about the language. It was also about the fact that I just wasn't hearing what she was saying. So thank you, though. We appreciate. Let's take some messages. We'll be back to phone calls in a bit. Hi, Mainland FM. It's okay. The election on Saturday was marred by tribal and ethnic violence, and I will implore the security operatives to work hard and make sure that the spillover effect does not cause anything, as there are large security presence in Alaba International Market over the fact that protests may be brewing over there. Please, let's live in peace as we are one. Sean from Festac, thank you very much. It's the aftermath that's also important.
Well, I think the security operatives should not back down now. They need to do more to protect people, because again, like you said, the aftermath may mean that there will be protests in some parts of the country, and I think Lagos too. So I think that the police should be out there protecting Lagosians.
Glory be to God.
Yes,
this is Ben. Fuhad, I greet everybody.
Good morning, Ben.
Fuhad, let me come in this way, please. Fuhad, look at what happened in Ilorin. The Ilorin case of a Fulani man being our emir was like an agreement. That's the reason I see there's a peace in Ilorin, because it's an agreement our forefather had. Come and fight for all. We give you this particular condition. Okay? Now, that's what led to what we are facing in Ilorin today. But look at what happened during presidential election in Lagos, whereby everybody was allowed, everything was all right and very good and lovely. But the moment after the presidential election, the issue of this is our aim of why we did what we did. We want to take over what does not belong to you. That was exactly what led to what happened. Because look, no matter how we are trying to be educated, where we are trying to be neutral, we will never allow our children to suffer in the near future. And I can tell you categorically, a law of reform is going to take place where everybody will know their boundaries. For God's sake, look, let me tell you something. No matter how you are trying to be neutral, for half, you are from Lagos State. Because you sell a land to somebody, the person is telling you that you're going to take over your children.
Ben,
I don't understand. Ben, I honestly don't understand. Seriously, we are having a conversation on conduct of the elections.
We are already talking about land.
Which land?
I don't even,
wait, see, it's okay, Fuhad. Thank you very much. I think at this point, we're not talking about, who sold what or did not sell what, or the fact that the truth is Lagos
Can
has
I also
been...
talk as a Lagosian now?
No. So it will not be as if you are bringing biased thoughts. But then the truth is that Lagos has been very, very liberal. Lagos has been very open, and Lagos has been very accepting of a lot of tribes from different parts of the,
That's even the beauty of
country.
Lagos, yeah.
And the fact that before, Lagos used to be the capital of the country, and also the fact that now it is the economic capital of the country. So whether we like it or not, it's a business hub where different people from different parts will definitely come in to do their businesses. But then all this conversation of state of origin and you bought land, you did not buy land. Can we move forward?
I mentioned it, the idea of politicians dividing us with some of these things.
It's just very unfair that we are being susceptible to all of these tricks,
antics,
and manipulations by politicians. Before people do business very well, there are large chunks of Lagos State where you have settlements of different ethnicities, because maybe they just want to feel closer to themselves and all of that. There is a particular local government that has had a non-Yoruba be the chairman of the local government. So let's leave all of that. We're talking about conduct of the elections. What are your thoughts? What is your review of the conduct of the election?
Simple as it.
Let us leave the people that are supposed to vote and the people that are not supposed to vote. Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate. Let's move forward. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Yeah, good morning. Am I on to MAINLAND FM?
Yes, correct. Your name, please.
Kingsley, calling from Ajibola.
All right, Kingsley. You have just 2 minutes.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
We are with you.
Hello?
We are with you.
We can hear you, Kingsley.
Okay, so okay. This issue of taking over Lagos and all that. But one thing I want to ask is this.
That's not the conversation.
That's
not the conversation.
Elections
that's
now.
not the
Your
conversation.
review of the last election.
What is your review of the election on Saturday?
The election was ethnic based, and there was a lot of irregularities and rascality in the elections. So it wasn't a credible election to me. I was so surprised that people are voting on people are being forced to vote for a particular candidate, which does not all go well for a country like Nigeria and for a state like Lagos State. We believe that Lagos State is a developed state and with matured minds. So bringing out a market and telling people to vote for a particular candidate and coming out on social media, telling people not to vote for a particular candidate, I think it's not a good thing. That it's not something that we should be experiencing at this age.
Well, we agree with you. Thank you very much, Mr. Kingsley. I appreciate it. All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning. We didn't get that. Please come again. Okay, please go ahead.
This season is for Fuhad. Now, the last election, Fuhad said that there was no widespread violence and all that. Any pocket of violence to be condemned, loudly condemned. Because we didn't condemn the last one, that's why there is an escalation now. Thank God that you people were safe. Yesterday, imagine what would have happened if some lives of journalists were lost that yesterday.
Hello?
We should condemn it.
Okay. Yes.
Some of us even took recordings of what was said in the last election. And it was not, it was really very appalling. It's just that people could not call in as much as they wanted to. So journalists, what happened yesterday, they didn't condemn the initial violence. You know, people complained and they were dismissed. That's very widespread. It wasn't widespread, you know. And now we have a widespread one. And you people are saying that the difference between the votes is 400. Why would it not be like that? The people allowed to vote. The people have to come out. You come out, and I'm a Yoruba man. And I came out, and some people carry petrol cake and say, oh guys, you know you are not voting for it, you go back to your house. Somebody is the opinion molder. Somebody has told them that it is educated, but automatically you are one of them. And they don't want it. And it was like that everywhere. And you say there was an election. They are taking a mandate on the blood of the people. It's an illegitimate election, for goodness sake.
Thank you.
Stop talking about that result. It was a sham.
It's okay.
It was a sham. And I'm criticizing it.
Yes, of course.
Which,
well within your rights, all right? But then you have just 2 minutes. Every caller has just 2 minutes to share their thoughts, and so that we can take as many observations or opinions as much as possible. All right. The conversation continues, of course, on ballot 23 by 11:15 a.m. and of course by 4 p.m. With Okwemi in the Situation Room. We'll be able to take phone calls anymore. Unfortunately, at this point, we're running out of time and we still have a lot of messages to take. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hi, Mainland FM. Okay. Good morning. Abayomi Ayotunde from Ilorin, Kwara State. This guy travels a lot.
It's fine.
He was in Oshun one time. He was in Lagos. Now he's in Ilorin, Kwara State. A day to election, we saw policemen, army, and other security personnel patrolling the streets of Nigeria. But on the day of election, you only see one old policeman at the polling unit. 2 weeks postponement. God bless Mainland FM, and you mentioned one other TV station that I will not give free advert for. Good morning, Abraham Ayotunde. Good morning, Mainland FM. It is disheartening making Lagos the scapegoat of electoral violence in Nigeria. In Ogun State, Shagamu to be precise, the thugs perpetrated much havoc by bullying, harassing, intimidation, and even beating people whom they consider their political enemies up, irrespective of their religion, ethnicity, or language. My brother, that is part and parcel of Nigerian politics as of now. So in the case of Lagos, a particular set of people made themselves easily picked up for attack, as I earlier defined Nigerian politics, even though I do not particularly subscribe to violence under any guise. Tunde Lawal from Shagamu. All right. Thank you very much, Tunde. We also have good morning, Sandra and Fuhad. I think we are not being fair to INEC. INEC cannot arrest or stop thugs from attacking voters. The best is to propose e-voting. INEC did their best in the last election. Not until there are stiffer penalty and consequences for crimes as it concerns election, nothing will change. Joseph from Ogba. And finally, good morning, Sandra and Fuad. On a lighter note, I would suggest happy hour in Lagos, like Akwa Ibom example. This is to appreciate all those that worked very hard on Saturday to install Sonwolu. Okangbelina from Mafoluku, thank you very much. I appreciate. Thank you for your message. We appreciate. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. I sincerely apologize if we were unable to take your phone call or your text messages or your WhatsApp messages. Apologies, sincere ones. But then please continue the conversation on our Twitter page at Mainland FM. You can hashtag Mainland Focus, all right, and continue the conversation at Mainland FM on Twitter, and we'll follow up with the conversation, of course, on ballot 23 by 11:15 a.m. And of course, Okwemi would also continue by 4 p.m. The conversation continues right here on Mainland 98.3 FM. Coming up next by 9:45 is Global View with international stories. Stay tuned.